Two quarterbacks who were rivals in the AFC West in their early years and will now renew that rivalry today. It's Phillip Rivers going up against Jay Cutler. With that, let's get out to Soldier Field. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Diego Chargers and the Chicago Bears. Carry now for Jordan Howard. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
And what a rookie year by Jordan Howard. When you go from number 3 on the depth chart all the way to number 1 and finish with over 1,300 yards, that's what I call a big-time season.
Well, those 1,300 yards, second in the NFL, also set the Bears' rookie rushing record, so something for them to build around next year.
Without a doubt. So 2017, it starts in the running game with Jordan Howard in Chicago. But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. This is Howard on second down. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. He got 29 yards that time.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried him down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Corey Legion is rapidly making a name for himself as a defensive tackle. Knows how to penetrate upfield and disrupt plays in the backfield.
Howard receives it from Cutler. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Cutler. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Man, a tough spot to drop that down here, 3rd and goal.
And so many times when you analyze a play like this, you talk about the people around him and maybe his focus was gone. Sometimes just simply him understanding how close he is to the end zone and a chance to score, and he tightens up and doesn't complete the play.
And Barth puts it through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This offensive unit, often they rely on the sure-handed Antonio Gates.
We know all about his basketball background, but his football acumen, one of the best tight ends in the league.
Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Kyle Fuller is one of those new breed, complete defensive backs. Eager to tackle, but a better cover man.
Dumps it off to Woodhead. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Chicago's offense will give it another go here. And before they do, I'm going to ask you about their quarterback situation. This past year, Jay Cutler, 5 starts. Brian Hoyer, 5. Matt Barkley, 6. No continuity there. Now they have the number 3 pick coming up in the draft. Do they go quarterback?
Way too early to say whether they will or they won't. But you and I both know that that front office and coaching staff will be grinding through quarterbacks and studying tape like crazy to decide if they want to go in that direction, because it's a distinct possibility if there's someone that they like in this year's draft.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going? And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance and they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
And Barth puts it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. The offense got the ball in a good spot, but they went nowhere. They settled for 3.
Brandon, I think it's safe to say that was a major disappointment. Had a great opportunity, excellent field position, and did not be able to move the ball at all. Big-time letdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll come out in the pistol. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers finding time. On the move to his left. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. Deep drop. He's going to look for Allen. That's caught inside the 20. An incredible play there on 4th down. And even 50 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. From the red zone now, Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. And his kick is right through. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Again, it's Howard. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So it'll be first down here after the run. On the toss play, Howard looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Running with Howard. Cuts it out to the sideline. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 44 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Second down, Rivers. It's complete, right side to Benjamin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner They got it done there for a very nice game.
And we've arrived at the 2-minute warning here in half number 1. On first down, they run with Howard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Now Howard. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards on the ground. Red zone opportunity. They pitch out to Howard. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They come out here in the eye. Cutler gives it to Howard. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And some space here. Cuts back left sideline. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing Rivers. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Another pistol look here. On 3rd down, Rivers. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got a man. It's complete. Williams. 12 yards is the pickup there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. So the D-line's going to spread out. The first down throw here for Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
A second down throw for Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen from 13 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. managing risk. This is a big decision here. Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Cutler. He's going to try and go deep again. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Allen has it, left side. He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in the end, the decision to bring it out costs him a few yards as he's out of bounds just past the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll indeed go for it with Cutler. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. first down. Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a San Diego first down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing, Rivers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Second down, Rivers. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for a shot.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin from a yard out. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Second and 10. It's Cutler again. And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacked. Kyle Emanuel able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Now Cutler on third and long. Royal making the catch over the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Here we go on fourth down with Cutler. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers... Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. That one intended for Keenan Allen, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Rivers to throw it. Going deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Keenan Allen, 37 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence.
And that's caught inside the 35. Cutler to Jeffrey on the hook up there. 44 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind in the scoreboard.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run,
he rifles one that's intercepted. It's a room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd down, Cutler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eddie Royal is intended target, and it's 3rd down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go. It's Cutler on 4th down. Looking deep downfield. And this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Adrian Ame, and now off to the races down the right side. The 40, 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection. There.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw, Rivers. Allen has it, left side. It'll go as a gain of 12. Good enough for a San Diego first down. Now, defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock.
And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Tyrell Williams, 37 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Rivers is going to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Second and 10. It's Cutler again. He's going to take another shot here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Again on second and 10, it's Cutler. Royal making the catch over the middle. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Zach Miller, 34 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. After the touchdown, Barth now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Throwing Rivers. It's caught on the right side. Williams. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for San Diego, first down. And they're going to speed things up here. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. He's going to... And this is caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On the sneak, and he's in across the chalk. Touchdown, San Diego. Phillip Rivers scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Second and 10 now. It's Cutler. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Cutler will throw. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. On 3rd down, Cutler. The catch made by Miller. Touchdown, Chicago! Zach Miller with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bears cut into that lead. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. And that ball did not travel 10 yards. It's a penalty. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And that stretches the lead to 27. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. They'll throw on 1st down with Cutler. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. He's going to let it go again, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Cutler on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller's sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Legion in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Now Cutler on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Throwing here, Rivers. He's going to go up top again. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A second down throw for Rivers. He's going to try and go deep again. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. Well, Charles...